Yeah, well, that's true. Video and the budget, doesn't it? Yeah. It's just so far. One of those things, everybody's still busy. The last couple months we've been doing okay. I still have any talk shows.
I know, that's all still
Right? I know. He's always had. You're spearheading this.
Okay, we'll go ahead and open the meeting for the Angola Common Council, Monday, March 6, 2023. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Crum.
Here.
Councilmember Olson.
Here.
Councilmember Armstrong.
Here.
Councilmember Martin.
Here.
Councilmember McDermott.
Present.
Okay, a couple things under remarks tonight. Past 10 days or so have been quite interesting with our weather and everything. And I just really want to thank all our departments, our street department. I know police and fire have been extra busy also, and I'm sure if I remember right, a couple pretty good problems down at the water plant. I just want to thank everybody and tell you how much we appreciate and how proud we are of all of you who are out there doing that work. And you've done it pretty much flawlessly from what I've seen. It's been rather unusual. And I also want to thank NIPSCO, their linemen, as well as REMC and AEP doesn't come in here, but they come into the county. But they were all in here doing great jobs. I know that the people came to my house were from LaPorte, Indiana, and they said that there were some from Gary over here too at the same time, and they had to come back the second time also for the snow and stuff. They all did a great job, served our community well. Really appreciate what they've done. On a little sadder note, and we lost a good friend in the past week or so here, and Bob Hutchins, who served our community well as building and fire marshal, and he did a great service to his community. He loved this community. And Kathy, I know that probably part of the reason you're on this council is because your dad led you.
Absolutely.
And served. So just want you to know we appreciated him, and our sympathies go out to you. So, request approval of the February 20th minutes. Second discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. No other unfinished business. Under new business, request approval of the master service agreement with Sunday Solutions LLC for managed IT services for a fixed price of $7,347 on boarding and monthly recurring cost of $22,263.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion.
I think we have representatives from Corsica with us this evening. I did tell them I would insist that they be allowed to address the council if they so choose. And under discussion, I would allow them to do that.
Okay. When you do speak, if you please give your name and address for the record, please.
Yes, sir. Name, Brian Harmison. Address 13629 McDuffie Road, Churubusco, Indiana. Good evening, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight. I am Brian Harmison, the CEO of Corsica Technologies, the current IT and cybersecurity provider for the city of Angola. First, I want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to work with the city for the last 6 years as the IT and managed services provider, and for the last 10 years providing IT projects and support for the city. As the mayor pointed out in his State of the City address last council meeting, the city has been protected from millions of cyber threats each month, and Corsica has been who's been delivering those services successfully and protecting the city for the last 6 years. Tonight, I know the plan is to ask for approval on switching to a new IT and cyber provider for the city. And the feedback that I've received recently is that there are complaints about our service as of late. Unfortunately, we were not made aware of those concerns through our customer service reviews or our regular meetings with IT staff at the city. While this doesn't change the experiences or frustrations that departments have felt, it does lead me to ask for time to work with and resolve those concerns before a disruptive change is made to another provider. Corsica is committed to resolving the issues and willing to work with the city on the terms of a renewal for as short as 6 months to prove our commitment, at which would, at the very least, maintain the current monthly spend for the remainder of the year. We're also including having resources on site weekly as described in our updated proposal. We're committed to this area and work with other notable organizations in a similar capacity, including Cameron Memorial Hospital and Stephen County. Regardless of the county or of the council's decision tonight, you have my commitment that Corsica will make any transitions that are made as smooth and as painless as possible. We have truly appreciated the partnership over the past years, and we hope we have the opportunity to continue to provide cybersecurity and IT support for the city. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Nobody's there. If not, Sunday, Representative, yep. You care to say a few words again? Give your name, please, and address for the record.
Absolutely. It's Jeff Rader, 7529 Prairie View Lane, Indianapolis, Indiana. Thanks for having us tonight. We've enjoyed the conversations as we've gotten to know your departments and understand where some of the challenges have been, and looking forward to continuing our service in local government. We've got a half dozen different municipalities that we serve throughout the state, and excited to bring that to you all. So if there are any questions whatsoever, happy to answer those. But otherwise, just looking forward to working through a nice, smooth transition.
Jeff, have you worked with Corsica before on transitions? This is the first time you've made a transition from them to your organization?
From them specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And has it gone smoothly in the past?
For any of our transitions?
Yes. Okay.
Well, you'll see the gambit, and it really depends on how nicely everybody plays in the sandbox. As kind of our standard practices, and anybody within the industry knows kind of passwords that are needed and how to transition from one entity to another. And so it's just kind of working hand in hand, and everybody plays nice knowing they want the best for the city.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Council have any questions? No? No? I can tell you that Ryan and Chief Whitmire and Darren Taylor and Nate and I, seems like I'm missing somebody. Yeah, anyway, I've been working on this quite a while, and feel very comfortable with the change here. Talked to Lebanon, Indiana mayor, said that Sunday came in on under a tough situation and everything went well. They've had them about 8 years or so, I think, and been very pleased. So, yeah. Any other discussion, questions? If not, we have a first and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion is carried. Discuss approval of the proposal of professional services for sanitary sewer rehabilitation with Wessler Engineering in the amount of $31,500. Moved and seconded, discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Request approval of the task order number 2023-01 for chloride and mercury variance annual report presentation with Commonwealth Engineers, Inc. in the amount of $20,000 per attachment.
Second.
Moved and seconded, discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Request approval of the contract letter with standard terms and conditions Pocabachi Connection Trail Project with BS Engineering, Inc. in the amount of $150,700. Motion approved. Moved and seconded. Discussion?
This will finish.
This will finish the city's portion of the Pocabosh Trail. So the mayor and I looked at this last year and put it off to this year. So basically we'll be I don't want to say ahead, but we'll be ahead of the Visionary Trail and what everyone else is trying to do. So we'll get our portion done.
The hope is the county is going to connect south.
Correct.
Have they been involved in the location of where our southern portal ends and where they hope to go?
I have talked to the county representatives that are on this Pocabosh Coalition about what side of the road that they're wanting to be on. So we've talked about it. We aren't to that point, but they'll definitely be involved.
So that by the time if we're doing acquisition of land should we have those a little more concrete?
They are flexible. They know that they will have.
I'm sorry, the county's flexible?
The county, yes, I write it down. So we've talked about it. I think from the city perspective, it makes more sense to be on the east side of the road. We have more housing on the east. And so I've taken that to the county and they are receptive to that. They know that they will have to cross a couple times before they're into DeKalb County. So.
Back and forth. They can't stay on the east side the entire route.
There's some environmental issues that they'll have to work around.
Goes down there, something.
Somebody didn't turn their phone.
It's him.
So if we had on the west side, just we're talking, I don't want to get involved in that organization soon. But would it be easier? I mean, I don't, I'm not a big fan of having to cross all the time.
Will it be easier on the county?
Yeah.
Unsure. Like I said, they're looking at crossing and potentially doing something in Pleasant Lake. There's another spot where
I guess I feel better in Pleasant Lake. I understand that one.
where there's some environmental concerns that they may have to maneuver around.
And so it's somebody, so you have somebody on the county involved with us in terms of.
Yes.
Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. The annual report of the redevelopment commission, treasurer is attached. I don't know if you have any questions or not, but it's something that is presented once a year. No questions? We want to report for treasurer.
None from me, Mayor.
I have no report, Mr. Mayor.
Jim,
Yes, sir.
Tom,
No report, Mayor.
you can hide, but you can't run.
No report, Mayor.
Okay.
No report, Mayor.
Oh.
No report, Mayor.
Chief,
No, sir.
Brenda,
No report.
anything, Nate?
No, sir.
Oh, hiding right behind, yeah, you're trying to hide.
I'm hiding. I have nothing, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Congratulations on Indy this weekend.
Passing.
Yeah. Passing, yeah. Was it a pass fail or did you get? You bring
I'm
the
not
average?
sure what it was. Got a piece of paper, so that's all that matters,
That's
right?
all it counts, you got the paper. Okay, request approval of the allowance of accounts payable voucher 61,608 to 80, or 61,854, totaling $959,419.54.
Move to approve.
Move and seconded. Discussion.
Jump up at once now.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion is carried. Is there any other new business? If not, this meeting is adjourned. The next common council meeting is Monday, March 20th. Thank you all.